Hey everybody. I don't know what I've been doing wrong, but somehow I tried to upload a video and it just cut me off in the middle. But anyway, sorry I've been away so long again, but like I said, I've been really, really busy, and I'm wondering, somebody maybe you can tell me, is Mercury in retrograde? Because things have been going like downhill for me. I have had like, I don't know, 3 things that are causing me to wonder why this is happening. Number one, I sent a package to somebody with a couple of canisters in it, and unfortunately one of them was broken. And now I have to file a claim with the USPS, and that is like, well, I went to the post office and they only do it online. So I got online and none of my photos would upload. So I tried that like 3 times, and then it put in a double value for what I was asking for. So then you have to wait an hour to get, I mean, literally over an hour to get someone on the phone. You have to hold, because I tried twice to have them call me back and they don't call you back. I tried that for 2 different days in a row. Then finally I got them on the phone, and I literally was on hold for over an hour before somebody finally got back with me. And I don't think that, and I was able to figure out how to file a claim. They're going to mail me the papers so that I can mail them back. It's ridiculous. But anyway. So then I've been going to these antique stores and auctions and consignment stores and stuff. And so the other day I found this cabinet that I really loved, and I knew, because I knew the brand, I knew that it was made by my husband's cousin. There's a high-end cabinet shop around here, and he's the shop manager, and he's worked there for 30 years. So I bought it. And the shop recommended a moving company, and I hired that moving company. And somewhere between after I gave them my credit card and before they brought it over the threshold to my house, it was damaged, and they don't want to pay for it. So there's that. I've just been dealing with people on the phone that don't, I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm not getting bent out of shape about any of this thing, because I think it will all work out. And I'm not losing my cool about any of it, but I don't think I should have to pay for a damaged cabinet. Just saying. So it wasn't like, I have pictures. I took pictures of it in the store before I bought it because I wanted to show it to my husband. So I know that it wasn't damaged before I bought it. So anyway, I was on Facebook earlier today, and I just get a kick of all these people who are talking about, I guess the latest post that I saw was like, Saturday, there's going to be a big announcement from England that there's a Barbara on here that's from England, and I know she'll know this, but that the Queen's going to make some big announcement and make Charles the king. Okay, let's just set the record straight right here. That is never going to happen. Never, never, never. She will not abdicate her throne. Did Victoria abdicate her throne when Albert died? No. Was Queen Elizabeth pissed off that King Edward, who was never actually crowned, left her father with this task? Yes, she was pissed off. She won't do what he did. She will not abdicate the throne. Now, if she becomes incapacitated before, it's possible that she might make him, or Parliament might make him regent if she actually can't do her job. Like, say she had dementia or whatever. Remember King George? He was in and out of insanity, and he had a regent. They didn't make somebody else king. Why? Because there was a king already. There can only be one monarch. So the Queen, I remember years ago, not that many years ago, but I was in England, and I was at a party where Prince Charles, and he was there. And that was the weekend that she had turned over, and it was, I think, 2013. That was that weekend. She had named him as kind of a co-ruler kind of person, where he was taking on a lot of her duties because, you know, they were getting old. She wanted to hang out with Philip and all that kind of stuff. And but she's not going to give up her throne and go play polo somewhere, or, you know, go walk the moors. No, she's not going to do that. She wouldn't do that. So, and now I have a cat down here who's threatening to throw over my drink. But Charles is going to be the next king, and William, and until she dies, he will be the heir to the throne. Now, I want you to take into consideration how long the Queen Mother lived. Remember, she was like 102 or 103 when she died. Why would Elizabeth not live as long as her mother, Elizabeth? There's no reason. I mean, she's healthy. She's sad. The whole family's sad, and they're in grief because, you know, their patriarch of the family just died. But she won't give up her throne. And then there's these people that are saying, because of what Charles did to Diana, William should be the king. Well, that, people, is never going to happen. Not in a million years. If Elizabeth, God save the Queen, and I'm just saying, I don't want her to die, but let's say she dies of a broken heart in 6 months. Not going to happen. I mean, you know, but I'm just saying. Then Charles would become king, not William. But here's another hypothetical. What happens if, for some reason, Charles was in a terrible accident or became deathly ill and died? Don't want it to happen. Please don't let it happen. But I'm just saying, then William would become the heir. But she has groomed Charles for this job his whole life. And I know a bit about English history. I guess you guys have seen my library. It's extensive. All that's English history, guys, okay? All of it. All this whole bookshelf. English history. And it's nonfiction, by the way. I mean, there's some American history in there, but, you know. So anyway, now take into consideration that if she lives, I don't know how old she is now, but she's, I think, 93 or 4. Say she lives to be 100 years old and she's 94. So that's 6 more years. Charles is going to be in his 80s, okay? Well, look how long his dad lived. His dad lived to be 99. And he grew up in a time when medication and doctors and, you know, weren't like they are now. I mean, Charles could literally live to be a lot older than his father. So let's see, when he's, you know, when he dies, I mean, he's obviously not going to live forever. He could be 100 years old. And he was probably 40, 35 or 40 when William was born. So William could be 60 or 70 years old when he becomes king, but he's going to be, if everything goes according to plan, Charles doesn't die before the Queen, William won't be king until he's an old man. I'm just saying, that's just the way they roll. Nobody is going to, I saw somebody today say, after what Charles did to Diana, he shouldn't be king. You know what? That has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Did I love Diana? Yes. Do I like Camilla? Not really. You know, I mean, it's, Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales, has been groomed for this position his whole life. She is not going to jump to William. She's not going to do that. It's not going to happen. So just saying. And I don't have to be a psychic to tell you this. I'm educated enough to know that that's not the way they do it. But remember, not very long ago, I read about Prince Philip, and it was like in the last 2 or 3 videos, I don't know. And I told you, you know, it wasn't going to be long, and it wasn't, you know. But again, I think that Queen Elizabeth has got a lot of living left to do. Remember how unhappy and depressed that Victoria was when Albert died? I mean, you know, when you lose somebody, it hurts. It's only natural to grieve. I mean, to grieve for 50 years. I think I would have gotten on with my life, and I know that she really loved Albert and everything, but I just think she's got some more years on her. So let's read on Queen Elizabeth, okay? And I love Queen Elizabeth. I feel like, well, she's the only monarch that I've ever known. I feel kind of like she's my grandmother. I mean, I truly have a lot of love for her in my heart. And I don't want her to die, no matter who becomes king next. And I can guarantee you this right now, William doesn't want to be king in front of his father. He doesn't. So somebody said, yeah, there's a big announcement coming up on Saturday. Well, it's not going to be that Charles is taking over. It might be that he's taking more duties, but he won't be regent, I don't think, unless she's lost her mind through dementia or Alzheimer's, or she's really literally too sick to do her job. So anyway. So Spirit, can you tell us, let's get a general overview of the royal family. I'm not reading on Meghan and Harry because that's just all stupid stuff. I mean, I can't stand what everybody is online dogging her. I mean, really, you don't know her. You don't know Meghan. So Spirit, can you tell us, let's look at the royal family. Spirit, can you help us look at the royal family in England? How's Queen Elizabeth doing? How's Queen Elizabeth doing? Let's take a general look at the royal family. All right. I know you guys couldn't hear me on that last video, and that was because my mic was making weird noises, and I forgot to put my mic on until halfway through. So, well, Six of Pentacles reversed. See, she's looking back at the childhood, our past memories, and she's kind of living in the past because she's grieving, and she's also vulnerable right now. So she's kind of defending herself. But the world is the basis of the reading, and this is everything. Here comes Finnegan. It's permanence. She's permanent. Now this card in the rear view mirror, this is the Hierophant reversed, okay? So up like this, it means preference for ritual, traditions, conventionality, and conforming, okay? But reversed, this is could be problems with authority or doing something differently, okay, than the normal. But this is in the past. And then the Eight of Pentacles is reversed as a crowning card. When this is reversed, it looks like a repair work, because this way it's the apprentice. But reversed, it's like repair work or a lack of focus. But that could be just the grief, okay? But whatever is happening, it's going to move fast. So she's going to get right back up on her horse. She is going to continue to be successful. She's going to go on. The Ten of Swords this is how she feels inside. These are her deepest feelings. And she's crushed. She's devastated. She's full of grief. She's going through a huge loss. And she's lost the love of her life. So this is the Ten of Swords to her right now. She's really, really hurting. And the High Priestess is what we see from the outside, or it could be the ego. This is a intuition and trusting yourself, I think, in this situation. The Knight of Wands is in the hopes and fears, and it's reversed. Like this, free-spirited person, really kind of rushing in. This is sluggish. So she's not going to be herself for a while. And there's some kind of a broken agreement. That's the end result. Because this is the Lover's card. Oh no. It's not a broken agreement. It's a death. It's the death of her lover. It's all about this right here. She is grieving because her husband died. And who can blame her? That's what's going on. That is the general whole aura around everything that they're doing right now. They are feeling it. I'm sure that many of you have lost loved ones. When I was 24, I lost my brother. He was 25. He died in a car wreck, and I'll tell you, my grandfather had died before that, and but I'd really never ever known anyone else who had died, and it totally affected me physically. First of all, I can't remember that whole year. I mean, I don't remember. What I do remember, it wasn't good. And I had a lot of failures during that year because I wasn't handling things very well because of how I was dealing with the death of my brother. Because grief is hard, and it hurts, and it's physical. I remember being so surprised that, I wasn't surprised, but I was like more curious. I remembered I'd have to take like 3 or 4 showers a day because somebody's talking to me. Hello? Because my hands would just sweat, like it was profusely sweat, and it was like this very physical grief process that was affecting me. It's not just in your heart. It takes over everything. So I know, I don't know what she's going through because I've never lost a husband to death. Thank God, I hope. Well, let's put it this way. I hope I outlive my husband. And the reason is because he's buried one wife already, and I don't want him to go through that again. And I'm stronger than he is. I can handle it better than he can. I don't want him to go through that. Because I know he's crazy about me. He was crazy about her too, and I don't blame him. But, I mean, she died, and that was sad. And it was very, very hard on him. I don't want him to go through that again. So that's the only reason why I'd rather he die before me. Otherwise, no, But, So yeah, it's really hard going through a loss. And all of them are going through a loss. I mean, Charles and his father, I don't know if they were close or not. I know that in the early years they weren't. But, I mean, it's his father. And, you just don't not feel about that. So anyway, Philip is gone, and I think he was ready to go. Who's talking to me? I think it might be my new kitty, who's just wonderful. He's so sweet. And finally, they've started to get along. So, I mean, it took 3 or 4 days, but they're getting to be buddies. They're not hissing. Well, it wasn't him. He was always really curious and wanted to be friends with her, but Murphy did not like him coming in. And was hissing and spitting and growling and ready to attack and stuff. But he was like, I don't care. Do what you want. Anyway, so poor Queen Elizabeth. That's really sad. Now, okay, so the other deal on Meghan and Harry. I said I wasn't going to read on him, and I'm not, but I'm going to talk about him. Who cares? I mean, people are like, she looks like crap today, or she never looks pretty, or she's so ugly, or who cares? Look at yourself in the mirror. What difference does it make? He loves her. He married her, and it's none of your effing business, okay? I don't know why people think that they have a right to, I don't know. I guess because they're public figures and everything, but I mean, I just really feel that that kind of negative energy is making their lives harder. And I think that's exactly why Diana's life was harder, was because people wouldn't leave them alone. You know, they were always, they just wouldn't leave her alone. And finally they killed her. And, you know, I mean, Meghan Markle, way before she ever met Harry, I thought, oh, wow, what a beautiful girl she is. And I was thrilled for her when she got married. And I thought she was a beautiful bride, and I think she's a beautiful mother, and I don't have any complaints about her whatsoever because A, it's none of my business, and B, I like her. So anyway, so let's see, what else are we going to read on? There's Derek Chauvin, whatever his name is. There's a new trial going on right now, and I don't remember what's going on, but I've been kind of listening to it, the court case on TV. But I know more about the Derek Chauvin case where George Floyd died. And you guys, I just want to say that I know that here's a white cop, he killed a black guy. I mean, he in my opinion, he murdered this man right in front of all of us. And I think he should go to prison. And I think he should go to prison for a long time. And it's not just setting an example, although that is a good thing. You know, I think we do need to set an example that we're not gonna be doing this anymore. And that cops, before they kill anybody, need to think long and hard about how it's going to look on them, because it's going to come down to that. As far as Chauvin is concerned, I'm hoping that he isn't going to get like 2 years or something like that. I think we went over this the last time, but who's talking to me? Meow, meow. Meow, meow. See, here's what's going on. One cat is on one side of the gate, and the other cat, who was eating candy over here on Chloe's little family area over there where she does her homework. She was still in the candy, so I had to put her on the other side of the gate. Now they're wanting to be together. So, oh, here you are. What are you doing, buddy? Hi, Ruby. I know I wasn't talking to her. See, there's my new boy down there, and this is Ruby. So, and I think Biden's doing a good job, and I think putting Kamala, go ahead, go lay down. I think putting Kamala ahead of that, in charge of the dealio at the border is a good idea, but I think that they're working with the countries that are sending those people, or the countries that those people are coming from. They're working with them to try to make these people's lives easier where they live, so they don't feel like they have to leave. Let's read on that. Let's see. How are the countries? Is Biden going to be able to help solve some of the problems in some of these other countries so that the people don't have to leave? How is Biden going to handle that? How is Biden going to handle all the people coming across Mexico for immigration? Is Biden going to handle that? He's not going to be taking babies away from their mothers, I'll tell you that. Broken heart reversed. Recoveries. across the Knight of Wands. This is chivalry and recovery. And the Knight of Swords, this is somebody rushing headlong into the deal. So this is the basis of the reading. Biden is ready to take this on. The Empress is behind. This is going to be, the Empress, you know, is the card of expectations, like as in pregnant women or whatever, but it can also be the birth of an idea, good parenting. It can be creation. So it can be a creation of a whole new idea that they can come up with to solve this problem. And we've got the Page of Wands over here at the top, and this is the messenger. New projects. Somebody's going to come up with a creative idea. The Queen of Wands, we got somebody here that is jealous. Who's that? An angry, aggressive, cold person is in the future. And the King of Wands reversed. Well, this is Trump and what he did. He's the bully, remember? He's the weak bully. And he's the one that made this. Okay, I was going to say he's the one that made this mess at the border. And that's not completely true, because Obama had kids in not incarcerated, but detained or whatever, in detention. But they were kids, mostly teenagers, who came across the border without their parents. They weren't separated from their parents at the border or when they came over the border. Obama did not do that. Trump and Jeff Sessions and that evil Stephen Miller, this was their idea. Let's come up with a deterrent. Let's take their kids away. Remember, Trump wanted to know if we could shoot him. Well, just shoot him in the knees. Really? All right, well, that's Trump. Okay, so Trump, King of Wands reversed, is the bully. That's Trump. And so this was his F up, and so now we have to straighten it out. So, and the people on the outside are thinking that this isn't going very well, but I think it will in the end. Two of Wands is in the hopes and fears, and plans might fall apart. It might not work, but that, you can try again, right? Seven of Wands. The outcome is a Seven of Wands, and this can be anxiety, caution against indecision, not being able to make a decision. So that's what sevens are always about. Like the Seven of Pentacles, you can't make up your mind. Castles in the air, blah, blah, blah. And waiting. And this is an indecision. No decision is a decision, right? So anyway, well, you guys, that's it for me today. I wanted to come on and please manifest that this guy's going to give me my money back. I'm willing to pay for the cabinet to be shipped back over to his store. He's being a real jerk. So I don't think he's going to say okay. He has not responded to my emails. And I don't know if I told you this. I made another video earlier and YouTube cut me off, but I sent him an email knowing that he probably wouldn't respond to my request to return the cabinet because he damaged it. I did not. He's not going to respond, but at least I sent him the email, and then I filed a claim with the State Attorney General's office. So manifest that it's going to work out for me, because I checked earlier and Mercury is not in retrograde. So I don't know what the hell's going on, but something needs to make a change here. So anyway, all right, thumbs up, leave comments. all that kind of good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye.